Greetings, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette, and this is my channel, Evolve with Monette. For those of you that are new here, I am a professional intuitive empath. It is so good to share energy with you. Thank you for joining me. Come on in. Thank you for inviting me in. For those of you that are guided to work with me by your angels, your ancestors, your spirit team, your soul, you can find the information in the description box below. I want to get into it today. This week is Trans Awareness Week, and I don't know why they don't have a month yet, but they got a week. And I'll take it considering what just happened in our elections, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of pullbacks for protections for people of all members of various communities. I'm a proud member of the LGBTQIA community, and I worry, like a lot of us worry, about what that means for rights for all of us, okay? And however we show up. In any case, here's what I want to say to you. This week, I'm going to feature someone who has turned a lot of our sad days away from blue to something magical, even though her hair here is a bit of lavender and blue. Her name is Mercury Stardust. Mercury started out, here's a picture of Mercury, and I'll show you a picture of Mercury on the inside. Mercury started out as a he, him, and is now she, her. But Mercury is absolutely brilliant. You may have come across Mercury on the TikToks. I'm not on the TikToks, but I'm on the YouTube short streets. And so that's where I met Miss Mercury. Mercury Stardust. And this is her book, Safe and Sound. And I think it's quite apropos. Now here's the thing. I had marked this in my calendar to do this as soon as the book came out. I bought it. I had pre-ordered it. I bought it. It came in. I've had it for months. It's been on my shelf. And I had put a note in my calendar for Trans Awareness Week to highlight Miss Mercury Stardust because of the work she does and the way that she makes me feel just as a woman, very empowered. Now, you don't have to be a woman to be empowered by Mercury, but I think it helps a lot of us women too. But I think the Safe and Sound is quite profound, considering that we probably have a lot of activism work to do to whatever regard you feel comfortable to. And sometimes your activism work could be as simple as being kind to a trans person that you encounter and meet and trying to get their pronouns right. We know that it's a change, guys, and it's a lot for everybody. But the truth is, if that's how they want to identify, then they deserve our respect completely. And just like we want to be respected in the ways that we want to, okay? Now, on this channel here, I'm all-inclusive because I have to be, because I'm the B in the LGBTQIA, right? So I want respect, and I don't want to be discriminated against, and I've experienced that in my life quite vehemently. And so I am going to support anybody that's in any of the alphabet letters that is related to me, because these are my kinfolk in reality. But what I love, her catchphrase is, "You're worth the time it takes to learn a new skill." She does a really cool trick where she pops up a stool, and it's very eye-catching, brilliant marketing for social media in that quick second we have when a short or something is rolling by. I don't know what they call them on TikToks. I don't know what they are on TikToks. I'm not on the TikToks. But she does it, and she says, "You're worth the time it takes to learn a new skill." And I love that, because you are worth the time it takes to learn a new skill. I'm going to read a little bit about Mercury, and just wanted to pay homage to her and shout out this book, which is incredibly handy. And that's not a coincidence. She says, "Hi there. Hey, hi there. Dear reader, hey there. Hi, my name is Mercury Stardust. I'm also known as the Trans Handy Man. M-A-A-M. Love that. As my name would suggest, I'm a very proud trans woman, and also a virtual home maintenance technician and certified repair expert. I've been in this field for over 16 years, working with renters, landlords, homeowners, and businesses in tropical Madison, Wisconsin. Many of those years, I was perceived as a man, all while hiding who I was. When I transitioned from being one of the guys to being a woman, I was treated entirely differently by my peers and employers. The contrast hit me like a bolt of lightning, but ultimately it became my motivational drive and gave me the best tool I have in my tool bag: compassion. I realized that there is a special kind of corniness that comes with that last notion, but as the kids would say, it's very on brand for me. She's great at branding. There is a fundamental thread that runs throughout everything I do, and her mantra is, there is no such thing as common sense. We all come from different backgrounds with different lived experiences, which can lead to amazing knowledge in some aspects of one's life, though maybe not others. But there is a universal truth. We all panic when the toilet overflows. We reach for anything nearby to soak up the dirty water. We scream for help for whoever will be in earshot. Those moments are filled with desperation and often anger that we should have known better. And I'm not here to berate you for not knowing how to turn off your water in your toilet. I'm here to teach you how to do it. You should never be ashamed for not knowing something you were never taught. If we have all these same overwhelming feelings around home emergencies, then why does most DIY content only focus on homeowners and not renters? Renters are a whopping 36% of Americans, and they should have the same feeling of empowerment. They have toilets that overflow and sinks that clog, and doors that jam, and mold growing in the bathroom, and so many other things that need fixing. They're told to reach out to landlords when they need something repaired, but are too often ignored to find themselves waiting endlessly when the work is delayed. While existing home repair books may explain some of the skills homeowners need in these desperate situations, they rarely take into account how many tenants approach can differ from the homeowner, how a tenant's approach can differ from a homeowner. For instance, a renter may not know or be able to determine the material of the pipes when dealing with a plumbing issue, or they may not have the authority to simply replace outdated appliances or parts. There are very few, if any, how-to books aimed at a renter's experience and needs, and that's where this book comes into play. In addition, the fundamentals of home repair. This book will provide an important information regarding choosing an apartment that works best for one's individual needs and the pitfalls to avoid when it comes to placing work orders, keeping your deposit, and being absent or crazy landlords. You will also be given essential and tailored advice on how to grow a collection of tools. One focused on the building of a foundation of a core of tools that everyone should have in their home. In the largest section of the book, I'll teach you step-by-step home repairs covering the most common issues I've seen during my career. We'll finish with important information on safety, security, moving out of your home, and any information regarding tenant rights and the resources you can reach out to if you're ever being violated. Throughout the text, you'll find a gentle, affirming word of encouragement that I'm most known for. For example, if you don't own it, it doesn't make your space less of a home, or you're worth the time it takes to learn a new skill, which is my favorite one. This book is also highly visual with detailed illustrations, QR codes, and videos, and personal videos recorded by me to help give you the pep talk, and she's a fantastic pep talker. I love her. Given by me to help keep you going with your projects. That pep talk you might need, given by me to help keep you going with your projects. These images and videos are used throughout to help you feel confident when beginning each DIY project. Thank you for taking the time to read this. Regardless if you've purchased this book, been given it as a gift, are giving it as a gift, or just browsing through it at the bookstore, I hope you leave this introduction with a little more perspective and a little more compassion in your own bag of tricks. I'll leave you with the same goodbye I give at the end of every video. Have a good day, take care, and bye-bye. Mercury Stardust, the Trans Handy Ma'am, virtual maintenance technician. I love her. She's such a good soul. I personally have used this book to conquer things that have made me feel absolutely empowered. I felt like she was right in my home with me, and my home is a condo, guys. I live in Florida, and I live, up in the sky, and I live in a condo, and I've had to fix things, and I've had some of these problems she's talked about, and sometimes my partner is not home, and that part, and so I've had to figure this out, and so it's a useful book. The QR codes, the videos, her coaching you through, like, okay, do this, remember to turn this off, remember to do that, did you check this first? You need this. This is a great tool that will serve you in multiple ways. It won't just be one use. So anyway, that's the best review that I can give. I won't make this too long. I'm going to tag her in it because I love you, Mercury, so I don't think you'll see this out here on this big old internet streets, but I adore you. I adore the work you're doing. You're beautiful. I had my hair lavender too, girl, like you for a little while, okay? That's one of my favorite colors is a purple, but she does it with this like purple blue. It's just so good. Anyway, I think she started a podcast here recently too. I've listened to a couple of them as well. But anyway, I enjoy her, and I love that it's a renter-friendly guide because so many of us do rents or are in condos or high-rises or whatever. And trust me, I've literally had that conversation with my partner about like, okay, we have the situation, are we calling the landlord? And I learned how to fix things. I've replaced the stove. I didn't wait for them to come. I drilled out a bit because I wanted to put in a glass waterfall sink because I'm here living. And I literally found the right drill and I did it. And I had to cut out concrete and all of that stuff. And I put in the right faucet that I wanted that was black and bronze to match the rest of my kitchen appliances. Like, I was out here in the streets doing my thing with all of this Venusian energy because I felt empowered to do it. And I'll have to call someone to do it. This is what I love. This is about self-sufficiency. I love that she made this for us. I love that she had the gravitas of her previous life before she transitioned. She brought into it, but also she'd be no less gravitational as just anybody doing this. I love what she said. She also has a really cool life, guys. She's done Welcome the Avenue. Welcome. I'm channeling Liza Minnelli. It's not vaudeville. It's right on the tip of my tongue and it's slipping me. Welcome the Avenue. Welcome. I'm singing from Cabaret. And there's another word. I think it's B. I can't think of it. In any case, it's where they're sexy. I can't think of it. But she dances. She's done all kinds of things. She's a whole personality, guys. It's so funny that this is the incarnation of her life. She is author and best-selling author at that. But what she really is this transformational, no puns intended, person who has literally not allowed the limits of her life, the limitations of this life to stop her. I also wanted to talk about the fact that this is something that's been in our culture. Trans folk have been in our culture forever. The Native Americans and indigenous folks and also Hawaiian culture specifically refer to trans folks as two-spirited people, meaning the integration of both the masculine and feminine energy. So whilst today people like grab their pearls and are acting like they can't understand the pronouns, everyone's always had a gay cousin or a trans neighbor or a trans person. These people, my people that look like Mercury Stardust, people that look like me, with my bisexual ass have always existed. With my lesbian friends and my gay friends and my trans friends and my pan friends, they've always existed. It's always been here. You know, one of my favorite books that I read as I was having my own coming out journey years ago was Conduct Unbecoming, which was a documented version of homosexual and lesbian relationships in the military. This is before Don't Ask, Don't Tell. So they went all the way back, like over 100, years, and talked about all these closeted, quiet, relationships. I'm channeling the movie right now, If These Walls Could Talk. You've always known someone gay. If you are not gay here today, that's fine. That's good. That's amazing. And you might have always known someone trans too. They are trans folks now. They can now be more visible because of the work that we have done. But those works and those rights are going to be stripped away, unfortunately, because of the regimen that's just come in to play. So do your due diligence to be kind to someone when you see them day to day, because you cannot imagine how dehumanizing it is to feel like you do not have a place here on this earth. For many, many years, I didn't even think marriage was going to be a possibility for me because I primarily dated women for many, many years of my life. And so I just had accepted that, and even though I am bisexual, I had accepted that I would never be able to be married. And that's just not the reality today. I am an ordained minister and I officiate weddings for people that are gay and straight and trans. And I love that I can do that. I have the rights currently to do that. I don't know for how long. And that's why trailblazers like Mercury Stardust and so many that have come before are able to crack open the hardest doors. And I pay homage to you, Mercury, for the work you've done. You are beautiful. You're inspirational. And also, girl, you be teaching me real things, okay? To make me survive out here, out in these condo streets. And I am so grateful for it. Completely. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Thank you for joining me and for being an ally. I have a lot of allies, and I'm shouting out Jess Sari in Canada. I have a lot of allies here in the chat. Simbala out in California. I have a lot of allies out here that while they are straight as the day comes for them on the Kinsey scale, I'm way down on the Kinsey scale. They way up high. But the point of the matter is that they treat me like true allies, and they love me, and they embrace me, and they don't judge me, and they listen to me talk about my soulmate dating, and they understand my duality and the way that I exist. And so for a trans person in this trans week, that's all they get for right now, until we change some more things, and we will. Hold on, Mercury, we're coming. I promise you. It might be another 4 years, but we're going to get back to the work that we've started to do, the work that you've done as a trailblazer. I see you, Queen. I see you out here doing your thing, and I'm so impressed and so fucking proud of you. And I love all and every piece of the work that you do. But beyond that, guys, be kind to the trans person that you might see that's maybe right in front of you. You don't have to have voted left or right. You can just be a good human and be kind and get their name right. It's as simple as that. That is a powerful work of activism. And it's easy to do. The ability to be kind like that is absolutely up to you. So good sharing energy with you. Come back and join me next time, guys, and we'll continue to evolve together.